The number of exposed medical records doubles every single year. Healthcare is moving more and more into the digital world, but this makes the industry so vulnerable, and hackers are seeking to exploit cybersecurity weaknesses. But why are hackers targeting healthcare organizations so often? Hi everyone, I'm Matt Moneypenny. Today we're going to go over why hackers seek out medical records. Before diving deeper into this subject, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, click on the alert bell icon so that you're notified when we post new helpful content. Healthcare data is so valuable on the dark web. In fact, hackers can sometimes make up to $1,000 per medical record if it contains all of the sensitive information within it. On average, it takes healthcare companies 197 days to identify a breach and another 69 days to contain it. This gives purchasers almost an entire year to do whatever they want with some of the most sensitive data on the planet. What's worse is that sometimes hackers don't even want the data from people who are alive. The most ideal victims are those who can't file complaints and find the illegal activity within their account. And of 140 million records on the dark web that contain social security numbers, 43% included a death date, and they only cost around $2 per record. Purchasers use these inexpensive records to obtain medical supplies, book appointments, and even receive prescription drugs. IT experts recommend replacing and updating technology infrastructures every 10 years, but the healthcare industry has missed the last 2 of these cycles. This makes medical technology also easy to access for hackers. In fact, most healthcare organizations acknowledge the fact that they'll experience an attack on their outdated equipment within the next year, but only around 15% are taking the necessary steps to prevent this cybersecurity attack. But even those hospitals that update their IT systems still face threats. Security for smart systems isn't always embedded. It's offered as an add-on feature. And instead of buying this add-on security, hospitals and practices can use network segmentation, which basically just breaks down networks into segments, and it's actually a best practice for Internet of Things. But in reality, these healthcare companies deploy less than 50% of their medical devices across 10 or less virtual local networks. This is poor segmentation implementation. Bring your own device policies continue to grow in popularity. In fact, 71% of hospitals now have some form of these policies. Basically, what they do is they allow out-of-network professionals to bring their own personal device to work. While it might be convenient, adding unencrypted devices with such sensitive information makes attacks so much easier for hackers. And another scary thought is that cybersecurity incidents can even happen due to employee involvement. Almost 1 in 3 healthcare workers never received any form of cybersecurity training. Hackers know this vulnerability and they're going to exploit it. Employees may willingly participate with hackers. A survey by Accenture showed that 1 in 5 employees were okay with selling confidential information. This is why encouraging a cybersecurity environment is so important for your medical company. Cybersecurity attacks are inevitable, but there are steps that your organization can take to prevent them. Hackers will always target healthcare because of the value of medical records, but having the appropriate security and proper training in place will reduce this risk. For more information on cybersecurity, contact Etactics. And if you enjoyed the video, like it, share it, and comment below.